Okay, we are going to be calling to order the meeting for Helotes Economic Development Corporation, August 19th, 2026. Calling to order at 7 o'clock. First item of business is public hearing. There's public hearing on Helotes EDC fiscal year 2027 proposed annual budget. Do we have anybody to speak? Citizens signed up for public hearing?
No.
Okay. None for the public hearing on the annual budget. Then we will close that and we're going to move on to open sessions. First,
Can you announce the time for the public hearing closure?
at 7:01.
7:01.
Next item is we're going to move to is citizens to be heard. The EDC cannot discuss any presented issue, nor may any action be taken on an item at the time. Comments are limited to 3 minutes, and the time is non-transferable. Discussion by the EDC on any item not on the agenda shall be limited to the statement of specific factual information given in response to any inquiry. The policy is the response to any inquiry or proposal to be placed on future agenda EDC items. And we have one person to speak.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Rich Whitehead, 10606 Asheville. President Helotes EDC Board, Executive Director Silvas, Henry. I'm here today because I understand that a post I made on Facebook has caused some frustrations and offense to EDC board members. It was not my intent to offend you, and I certainly apologize for any offense. I accept responsibility for what I say, especially so if there are unintended consequences. My intention was to describe the responsibilities of council members to include the oversight of this board and to emphasize that if people don't take responsibility for the city by running for office, they will effectively lose the mandate and direction they declared when they elected and re-elected me into office. It's not council members' fault that they run unopposed, but it is their responsibility to represent the will of the people. The people overwhelmingly had approved my vision for lower taxes and increased savings and decreased debt and managed growth to maintain our identity. And so it should come as no surprise that I fight passionately for the platform issues that I promised I would champion to the thousands of people that I visited face to face and door to door. I do fully support the targeted industry and targeted business efforts you all are currently trying to employ, and very much want you to succeed, as your success is a reflection on me, as I was responsible for nominating almost all of you. To that end, I feel there's a real need for this board and myself and perhaps citizens to engage in high-level discussions about the scope and nature of the EDC and the effect the necessitated development from our efforts would need to produce to justify our expenditures. It is my desire to be able to attend a meeting or series of meetings to foster cooperative and productive discussions to ensure we are serving the citizens with the best possible outcome. I welcome your invitation to any conversation you see fit. Thank you for your time. And once again, apologize for unintended consequences. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Okay. We're going to move on to consent items agenda. All consent items listed are considered routine by EDC staff are intended to be enacted in one motion. There will be no separate discussion on these items unless the director requests it. And in that event, it will be removed from the consent agenda and considered in a normal sequence of agendas. We will be pulling item number 6 at this time to be presented at a later meeting. Okay, so number 6 is not on the consent agenda. Do we have a motion to discuss and take action on consent agenda?
I make a motion.
Greg?
I'll second.
Greg seconds. All those in favor?
Aye. Aye.
Aye. All those opposed? Consent agenda item passes. We will move on. Next item, item for individual consideration, number 7. Discussion, direction, and possible action for the Helotes EDC proposed annual budget for fiscal year 2027. Kate, it's for you.
Yes, sir. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
This item is simply as a follow-up to all of the work that the board has been doing since April of this year to prepare and present a proposed annual budget for fiscal year ending 2027. This has been presented to the city council in 2 consecutive workshops. No changes are being advocated by the staff. I will make a note that the proposed budget includes a 4% increase in EDC staff salaries and wages. In the event that any change might be considered by the city council to city staff as well, it would be my recommendation that the EDC adopt a similar increase in the event that an increase is in fact granted by City Council. With a proposed motion with the following statement of stated below as wage increase be in parity with the city and the final EDC budget be adjusted accordingly to properly reflect any percentage changes, if any. I stand for questions.
The 4% is what the city is currently looking at, correct?
It has been a consideration. Henry, can you
Certainly.
speak to that?
Yeah, I appreciate the opportunity. So as it relates to the presentations that were presented to City Council, it depends on what the City Council actually votes on for both the tax rate as well as any subsequent items. So there was a presentation that had 2 options in it. One was at 0.31 for the ad valorem tax rate and a 0.3161 if the 3161 or something similar was to be enacted and the wage increase ended up being 4%. That's how we would get there. Otherwise, it's yet to be determined.
What is the wage increase if the increase is not?
If it's at 0.31 and only 3.1 with no other adjustments, then it would be at 2.8-ish. I say ish on purpose because it's not fully designated what all would happen. Now, if there are adjustments that we land at 0.31 and there's other adjustments, depending on how that goes and how it's voted, it could end up resulting back in a similar overall expenditure that might get us back to 0.4% cost increase.
Okay.
So Henry, I got a question. So,
Yes.
is the city calling it a cost of living, or is it, I mean, we always wrestled with that when I was on council.
The end result is a wage increase. Regardless of the tag that we put on it, the end result is a wage increase. So how we label it, I think, is still can be discussed, but the end result, because I am aware, if I may go a little further, I'm aware that some cities do a standard COLA plus a merit standard COLA plus wage increase. Last year we had various wage adjustments and a specific targeted salary increase for some. So there's a combination of all of that, but the workups that I did was simply about what the percentage change for wages would be. I know that doesn't fully target a small answer, but.
So I guess my next question is that for people that are on a contract, or is that just for the general employees, the city's approach?
Anyone that's on contract, their increases are per the contract. But as far as the percentage change that I'm talking about right now is for the employees at large.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Ellen?
I do not have any questions. I know we've discussed this before, and Kate, you've done a great job at answering all the questions and being really thorough, so yeah, it looks good.
I think it looks good, and I don't see any reason to move forward with it, not to move forward with it.
I agree. Everything looks good, and the note about the wage increase being in parity with the city, that's fine.
Yeah, I don't see any discrepancies from what I've seen previously, so I'm still in favor.
Great.
I'm good.
Anything? Okay, do we have a motion to accept it as presented?
So moved. Second.
Okay, so Greg and any other discussion? Okay, do we need to do a roll call vote on this one, or?
That is probably the best course of action.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So we'll do a roll call vote. We'll start down there on the end. Ellen?
Aye.
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 Well, let's do Ellen. So,
You have to call
You,
me.
you have to call the names.
yeah, got a name, got to call a name for each person. So,
Oh, so,
let's start with you.
Ellen Shoemaker?
Yeah.
Aye.
Okay? Greg Hayden? Aye.
Sabrina McGowan, aye.
Scott Grandeman, aye. Craig Sanders, aye. Austin Lane, aye.
I don't vote except for a case of a tie, so I'm abstaining. All right, so number 7 is complete. Let's move on. Number 8, discussion, direction, and possible action adopting the EDC 2027 one-year strategic work plan. Kate, you're up.
Yes, sir. Just plain and simple, you'll see attached are the slides that should be very familiar to you by now. We've been working on this since April on our strategic plan. And our one-year strategic work plan is within the context of the overall strategic plan. It is my recommendation for this item to be approved.
Okay. We'll start down there with you.
Okay. Yeah, like you mentioned, we've been going over this since April. And at the last meeting, I'm comfortable with the plan as presented, and I'm excited to work towards the goals that we have here.
I'm excited about moving forward with this so we can actually start putting things into action.
This is a great plan and very measurable goals.
Okay.
No additional comments.
Only thing I have on here is I'm glad to see that we're moving forward with the park. I mean, that's in here, and I know that it's moving right along with the parking lot, so I think that's good.
Yes, sir.
I've got nothing to add. I'm good.
Yeah, I think it looks great. We spent months on this. Really good job, Kate, staff. The only thing I would say is I would just love to see this disseminated well, and I don't really have a solution for that, but disseminated well to the residents of the city, just so they're also just fully aware of exactly what the vision that we have, that we have worked in conjunction with them is looking like, and hopefully they feel more empowered and compelled to engage in the process as we move forward. So that's the only thing I'd say. And I don't really have, again, besides social media posting and whatnot. I'm sorry.
That's an awesome point.
Thanks.
And I want to say, correct me if I'm wrong, Kate, did we not post a strategic plan?
It is
Publicly?
posted.
It's
Yes, sir.
public, right?
It is posted
Okay.
on our website. Yes, sir.
Maybe, again, this isn't probably the time for the discussion, but maybe even like, hey, have you
Social
read it?
media.
Point
Yeah.
1, point 2. I know we'll be at the golf tournament on Friday. I don't know if that sponsorship includes minutes to talk, but
I think that's a good idea.
I mean, they're just going to hear about it. The city's residents are going to hear about it, and hopefully be encouraged by it. So, great job.
Excellent idea. Thank you.
Do we have a motion on accepting this?
I make a motion.
I'll second.
Sabrina, second?
Your roll call again?
We don't need to do a roll call for this one.
That's my knowledge now.
Nope.
Just on the
All those
budget.
in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Item number 9, discussion, direction, and possible action regarding request for a joint session with City Council for strategic alignment. Kate?
Yes, sir. This is a very important item. I'm very glad to have an opportunity to talk to you about it. Last week, when the city council considered proposed changes from the board on the articles and the bylaws, it was an opportunity for me to bring to their attention that this item would be on the EDC's agenda tonight for discussion. It is my recommendation of all of the work that we've done to date, both on our strategic planning and our budgeting process. I think it's very critical at this time for us to be working together collaboratively with the city council on what it is that we need to be on the same page about. I think what it says here is very short and sweet, but strategic alignment between the city of Helotes and the Helotes EDC is vital, so that we can all be in one, be on the same page, that the community can prosper and grow while maintaining its small town charm. I think of everything that I've heard and read and said, shared with me privately and publicly, that we are in a unique opportunity to create a path forward for the EDC, and in joint alignment and strategic alignment with the city is just necessary to ensure both the council and the EDC are aiming for the same outcomes. So in order to strengthen our efforts at strategic alignment, I am proposing that a request be made to the city council to hold an open meeting for a joint session with the EDC board and the city council together. I think it would benefit everyone to hear and to build those collaborative relationships and the strategies moving forward. It's my recommendation.
Great. What's y'all's take on this?
Yeah, I think it's really smart, and I think being on the same page, you're stronger together. I think having a unified message is really important, so it's just an opportunity to kind of present the vision and then how we can work forward to, like you said, help Helotes prosper while maintaining its small town charm. I think that's very important to people, so you can have growth and then maintain your identity as well, so.
I feel like this is long overdue. We've had joint sessions in the past, but they've always had a negative connotation. And I feel like this is a great way to clear the air and move forward together as a team for the city and make some progress that is needed in this area, and make sure that we're on the same page. So I'm excited about this. I can't wait to actually have this meeting if it's approved.
Mm-hmm. I'm looking forward to this meeting also. I know we've had conversations about the need, and I agree it's long overdue, and I think having an open session where you can have the full participation of the council, full participation of the board, with an agenda and information that we can also share with the public. I think it's a win-win.
Yeah, I think speaking with one voice is critical. Anytime you have dissent, it leads to confusion, and that confusion can create misdirection. So I think that if there's anything that we can do in order to make sure that we're all speaking with one voice, that's critical.
I mean, historically, we haven't been aligned, and I think us wanting to do this, and I know the city wants to do it as well. So the one voice, Scott, is perfect. I don't think we can communicate enough with each other, and because at the end of the day, we're all trying to achieve the same thing. So yeah, I'm all excited about doing this. And yes, Greg, it always was kind of, not always, but kind of, we always had another issue that forced us to have to get together. This is really good news, and we can discuss and debate. And if there's any disagreement that requires further refinements, I think we're all open to that, and vice versa. So I think this is a great thing, and it's something that we should do as frequently as we can.
I agree. Okay. I think this will be a good thing that we can do. We've had meetings with the mayor and council before with limited number of people on both sides due to quorum issues. Yeah. But I think we can get one together and have everybody there so that it's not just a few people discussing it. I think we'll be better off that way. Yep. So that's where I'm at.
You need to vote on this. What's the process?
If I may, I'm looking at the calendar, and my question really becomes, what is the appetite to perhaps ask for this meeting in conjunction with the city council meeting? And my recommendation probably would be the second, as I'm looking at forecasts for agenda items on the city council side, I'm thinking that maybe the second meeting in September, potentially fourth Thursday of September.
Is that, I was wondering, or are we going to try to sync it up with the actual voting of budgets and stuff like, because we got to present our budget for approval to council, correct?
That is accurate, yes.
And so would it make sense to do it at that time or do it prior? Actually, it doesn't matter to me. I just threw that out there.
Yeah, either of the September meetings could work, if the desire truly was to be on a Wednesday night, in conjunction with one of your meetings. I mean, I think, from my standpoint, I'm looking at, regardless I'm here, but but what I'm looking at is, what is a good projection of time, and then what are the measures of weight for the particular meeting and the potential length of the meeting, right? And so my thought is, if it is in conjunction with the city council meeting, the first vote for all of the budget things will happen, like the first official vote will be the first meeting in September. If this body of leaders wants to align with that, just understand that, we're already stacking that meeting.
It's a lot.
And the second meeting in September typically has a little bit lighter feel to it, and it's not currently projected to be so deep. So in the event that you all are looking at the third Wednesday in September as a potential, we just stand by to receive what the request would be.
Yeah, that's from my perspective, that's fine. I mean, that would work for me. I feel like council meets twice a month, so I'm happy to meet them. I feel like the least I can do at least is, instead of having them come to our once a month meeting, meet there, so.
Do what, Henry? You can.
It was just an offer that is your meeting, if you want to invite to council to your meeting on Wednesday, which may have substantially less volume of stuff.
That's kind of what I was thinking, is if we did it the week before.
Okay.
Be happy to put that before council.
So why don't we, I don't think we really need to take a vote on this. I think if we can direct Kate, just to work with Henry and see if we could do it on, that would be the 16th of September 16th at our meeting. They can come to our meeting in their house. How's that?
I mean, it's more convenient for us. I just,
Do what?
it's definitely more convenient for us.
Yes, definitely more convenient for us.
I'm happy though, if they.
Like I said, they can come to our meeting in their house. What do y'all think? I mean,
So Kate, I would just recommend that if you would reach out to the city secretary and myself, asking the city secretary if she could take a pulse or a poll of availability
Got it.
for city council.
because I know the 24th one's going to be busy for y'all because y'all are doing, that's your last budget one and everything else for the city. So,
A lot of work.
so,
Yeah.
okay. So I think we've got guidance for you, Kate. Got any questions?
No, I'm thrilled to be here doing this with you all, and that so many great minds can think alike on something so important. It's very encouraging to me, so I'm very excited about it. Thank you for your
Okay.
support.
We're going to move on to 10, discussion, direction, and possible action on gold sponsorship for the Certified Commercial Investment Members, which is CCIM, to be held the 21st of October. Kate, you're up again.
Yes, sir. Very quickly, you all have supported a gold sponsorship of the annual sponsorship for the CCIM South Texas chapter. Every year, the CCIM chapter holds a symposium, which the program and the information is in your packet. It features some great speakers on commercial real estate. It's an opportunity for us to network, see and be seen. It's an opportunity for us to be in front of a crowd of more than 200, 300 commercial realtors in South Texas who are very productive in this particular area. It's my recommendation for a gold sponsorship. I think it gives us greater visibility. I would like very much for you all to look at your calendars to try to be available to the extent that you can be. It's not a day-long commitment, but I will point out to you, Mr. President, that October 21 would be a regular board meeting, except that early voting is happening that week. So it is my recommendation that the board consider moving its October meeting to the prior Wednesday, the 14th of October. That's my suggestion.
Okay, and we can discuss that later.
Yes, sir.
Because it has to do with some bylaw changes possibly too.
Sure, got it.
So we can talk about that one a little
Well,
bit.
nonetheless, it's my recommendation that the board approve a gold sponsorship of the CCIM Symposium to be held in San Antonio on October 21. And you'll notice in the board packet that the gold sponsorship includes a booth, reserved seating for 8, a program ad of half page, website recognition, and a sponsor video, which would be a portion, we would be taking a portion of what has already been produced that is featured on our website right now, with some modifications. But I just wanted to make you aware that that is part of the package that will be in front of that group of people promoting Helotes as a place to do business. And I'm very excited because we'll be able to talk about our CRE incentive program at the same time. And I'm already starting to do so. So thank you. Any questions?
We'll start on this end. How about that? Give him a break. You first.
Come on, man. Yeah, so I don't have any personal, experience with CCIM, right? So I'm trying to imagine what the event might be like, take into account your recommendation for gold sponsorship. I mean, I see is the $5,000 is the price. Am I looking at this right?
Yes, sir. Mhm.
I mean, that's not nothing. I guess I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
No, I would just, a lot of the conversation we've had in the last couple of years, and this doesn't trace to any one individual, but a lot of the conversation has been how do we justify our expenditures as a net benefit to the residents of Helotes. And so I'm all for marketing, I'm all for relationship building, networking. I would defer. I mean, if you're feeling like this is a good thing, I would love to attend too. Like, I would like to not just sit here next year, say, oh, I don't know what it's like. Maybe I'll take your word for it. Like, I would like to get my hands involved as well. So I suppose if we do it, I would love to see as many board members there as can make it. Those are my immediate thoughts.
And I'll stop. I'll wait for comments.
So my one question, so we sponsored this previously, correct?
No, sir, you are an
just
annual
talked about it?
sponsor. No, you're an annual sponsor of the chapter. Currently, they hold 12 chapter events a year, 12 chapter luncheons, plus additional other programs that are held throughout the year. And so the EDC is a gold sponsor of the chapter for 2026. That is the sponsorship that the EDC approved in March.
So this would give us much larger exposure to the broker, real estate community. And when I was reading through the package earlier, I get the feeling this is all the movers and shakers in central and south Texas. Is that a good
It is, sir.
assessment on my part?
It is, sir. CCIM is the gold standard for commercial real estate. I will tell you that I've been associated, as I think I've mentioned to you, associated with the CCIM South Texas chapter for a good number of years, and I was first introduced to CCIM when I was in Seguin. And as a result of those relationships, Caterpillar came to Seguin. So I will tell you that I'm not bringing Caterpillar to Helotes, but what I will tell you is that the folks that attend these functions are listening and want to do business and are serious about what it is that they're doing. And I'm still in relationship with many of these brokers who attend these events still to this day. Just talked to one yesterday. So it's a very strong recommendation. I don't often ask you to spend money this targeted, but it is targeted.
Okay.
So I had the fortunate opportunity to attend one of the CCIM chapter lunches with Kate, very professional group. dead serious about what they do, but at the same time, extremely supportive of their future, looking at UTSA students coming into that arena. I think it's a great investment. I would ask for the difference between gold and silver sponsorship of what that couple $1,000 would do for us. I think the silver also has the sponsorship video. Think about the only difference is the amount of attendees.
And the size of the
And the size of
quarter
the
sheet,
advertisement.
Yeah,
quarter page versus half page.
Four seats and a quarter page ad as opposed to a half page.
Yeah, I would only question whether or not the bang for the buck isn't there between the silver and gold. That'd be my only question back to you.
Certainly, and that's good feedback. I respect the reasoning for the questions. I'm more than happy to go with the majority of what the board wishes to do. I simply recommend gold because it is our, we're focusing on going for the gold, our golden anniversary, our golden opportunity, our golden, path forward. So the theme of gold continues to arise on, and I respect what you're saying, sir. I 100% do.
I agree. With the reserved seats, it's great if we have 8, but I would hate for us to go for the gold level and then not be able to fill all those seats. So I would be probably more comfortable with the silver level sponsorship, first year out as well, and that's where I would fall.
That's perfect. So,
I have actually had a couple of commercial real estate agents reach out to me that have seen the luncheon advertisement that we have. I actually got a screenshot of one right here, which has our logo on the bottom. And specifically, they were asking, are you going to be there, and that kind of stuff. So I do know that people are reading this. The commercial realtors are reading this, so it's getting views. And I am curious myself about what the price difference is between the gold and the silver, and for a couple of reasons. To me, the seats don't matter as much as the quarter inch versus half page, and what I mean by that would be the information that's around it. Given that I've seen this already, I'm curious, and I do get I understand the goals. But I also feel like it'd be good to be in an area where we're seen very well. And one of my backgrounds that I had was I was in Yellow Pages. And
What are those?
that most people don't know anymore. But a quarter inch in a good spot can yield more than a half page in a bad spot. So that's part of my concern, because a quarter page, there's going to be wording all around it, and we'll kind of stand out in that sense. So, but I am curious about the price difference as well.
sure.
It's 5 to 3, right? 5,000 versus 3.
35, $3,000 to $5,000 difference. $2,000 difference.
$1,000 difference.
I think you just answered my question. I had the same question about gold versus silver, because it looks relatively similar, aside from seating and program ad size. It's good to know about the placement too. So I'm comfortable with either. I think it just depends. I think, like Sabrina said, can we fill the seats? I'd hate to miss
Sure.
seats, but
Sure. It would be my suggestion that certainly the seats is a commitment of time and a commitment of your time, or the members, the folks in the community that would be representing the city at this, or the Helotes EDC and Helotes at this event. So I'd be open to your suggestions on ways to fill those seats. I have my own opinions, but I defer to yours.
I'd like to address that. I think that it would be an intelligent thing for us to, during our joint meeting, have either direction, have 50-50 or something like that with council, have 2 or 4 council members there if they're available, just for presence and shaking hands and meeting people. That's just what my thoughts are on 4 versus 8. Advertising is advertising. I feel like the quarter page makes more sense in the grand scheme just for placement. But the seats are different because that's an in-person and an impression.
Yes, sir. That's correct.
So I'm new to this, right? So I'm not familiar with this organization. So for me, I don't know, there's so many things, right? And I don't know which one's the priority, right? Is it the advertisement? Because your point's well taken, Greg. Is it that, or is it the networking that, that we get when we're there, we're talking to people? Or is it the video, right? We would be playing a video if we did silver or gold, correct?
That is
A
correct.
video, which I think most people are visual. I'm a visual person, so I'm more likely to look at that than maybe a static handout or whatever. But
Sure.
for me, I think the biggest bang for the buck, the value is having a certain number of people there. I don't know if it's 4 or 8, but to build a relationship, talk to people, get to know people. People get to find out what's Helotes. Where's Helotes again? And so I'm thinking it's that and the videos. But I'm not discounting what you said, Greg, because I'm not a business guy like you and Ian for talking about the yellow pages back in the day. That definitely was a business person's consideration about visibility and who's actually going to see it.
Right.
So I know all 3 of those are those are the 3 things I'm thinking about. Which one of those 3, if we were to prioritize them, which is the biggest bang for the dollar, right? And so if we do the gold, I don't know if that brings us any more exposure than if we did the silver. And I know we're only talking a couple $1,000s, but it is taxpayers' money, so.
Certainly.
So I'm looking at these here, and I'm leaning towards the silver. That gives us 4 seats. But if we wanted 4 more seats, it'd be $750 more. Because they have corporate tables for sale as well.
That's a good point.
Just a thought, because the price list has the tables listed. You can get a table of half a corporate table for 4 seats for $750, or you get a corporate table of 8 for $1,500. So if you go off of that, it's $750 for those extra 4 seats. That means the extra $1,250 is for making that ad go from quarter sheet to half sheet for $1,250. So in my eyes, I think the silver package is a better deal. So
I think we should figure out how many commitments we can get for attendance. I think that if we can get 8, we'll do something like what Jeff would say, right? Best spent money. But I've bought tables at events and people haven't been able to make it and scrambling to make sure that there's a body in a chair. It's not what the intent is. So I want to make sure that we have the right.
The right mixture, the right representation.
Exactly. Thank you.
I agree with you wholeheartedly. The best laid plan is to have a plan. And so I think having the visibility is great. Being there at the very least is part of the marketing process. I do agree that it would appear the silver is a better value, particularly at this time. Finding people to sit in those seats is a premium their time as well. So I do recognize that's a big challenge. If we're not like Southwestern Bell or SWBC or AT&T with depth of personnel to sit at a table. But the other thing I did want to add, and you all know that when you're present building those relationships and visibility, there's also learning that Scott, you yourself mentioned the last CCIM luncheon that you attended. So it's just it's exposure also to you all to be able to learn more about what commercial real estate agents are looking for and vice versa.
That's a good point.
I do know that I am unavailable that day. I am out of the state for work traveling, so I know that often. I am. So, but there is, so not that it's important that I go, because there's plenty of people to go, but.
Do we need to put together the video ourselves?
The video that,
We already have one. I
We already
think.
have.
we have a video, and no, we have a video, it just needs to be edited. Yes, sir.
Okay. Do we have it tailored to, well, I mean, I'm thinking that this is something that you want to tailor it to the information.
I would love to be able to say I have a video that I would love to show right now. I simply do not.
Yeah, ours is dated.
Ours is dated,
Yeah.
so.
I feel like we need to update that for sure.
We do.
I would rather,
It's on the
I would
budget.
prefer to have an updated version of what we have and what we're offering as a city.
Yeah.
And spend $1,250 on something like that over a half-page ad.
Agreed. I think that's a smart direction.
So do we have a motion from anybody to take action on this?
I'm going to move that we approve the silver and see if we can fill the corporate seats. I don't know if we can do that in my motion. If we can approve getting 8 people there that are committed, then I would like to also include the corporate table.
Did you motion to set a budget of like 3750?
And along with the revision of the video.
What's that?
And I would like to add a revision of the video.
I missed it.
Sorry, I didn't mean to laugh. So if I understand correctly, a silver sponsorship, a corporate table, and a video revision,
Correct.
all together. That's the direction that, the motion which you're making.
That's
if I
half the
understand
corporate
correctly.
table, correct?
Yes, so we would have 8 people there, half a corporate table.
Okay.
That's up to, so if we don't sell the seats, we don't buy the extra half table.
Correct. If we don't have a commitment from 8 people to say, yes, I will be
That part
there,
backs up.
we don't need to spend the extra money.
Okay, so the silver sponsorship includes four seats, and you're asking for a corporate table that would be 8 seats,
So half a corporate table,
half a corporate table,
which would be 4 additional
and
seats,
4 additional seats.
which
Okay.
would be 8 total.
But we're only moving forward, right, there's some time, it looks like it wants you to, so we're only moving forward with the actual silver right now, with the potential of getting another half a table, should we, in the outcome of the meeting with city council, should we have enough demand to fill that other half? Is that right?
Yes, I mean, I guess, we're going back into discussion, so I guess
So,
my
well,
motion is
we
dead
don't have,
now.
we don't have a second on this motion yet, so your motion is presented, let's clarify we have this. To do a silver sponsorship immediately, and to purchase a half a corporate table for 4 additional seats if we have people available for those.
Yes,
Is that correct?
that is correct.
That's your motion. Do we have a second for that motion?
I'll second.
Austin seconds that. All right, now, discussion? We'll start out here.
I think for the video, that, I know that does take some time to put together because you have to find the right people to interview and you want it to align with our strategic plan. So I know that might be I agree, we need an updated video, but I know it may take longer than we anticipate with, and the price point can be pretty, we do videos for our gala. And it is a process if you want to do it the right way, so do you think it might be a little?
The video
I don't know if
deadline
it's
is
like
October 14th,
We can make a video.
6 weeks,
6 weeks.
but that's a separate item, actually.
Yeah, so.
So,
Yes, I agree with the motion. I just think, yeah, when you brought up the video, I just think it might be further discussion on kind of the timeline.
I'm just a little bit concerned about the additional half corporate table. I think we could easily find enough people to take those seats, but schedules change. And if nobody's sitting there, that's not gonna look great. Enough people, even with 4 seats, we're gonna have schedules changing, but I think having 8 total is a little bit risky.
I think the video is key. It's one of the things that you're buying to go even to the silver. And if we can't commit to having a video updated by the deadline of submission, we need to rethink it. I think that there's only one sponsorship available for each of these levels, right? Once the gold is purchased, how many golds are available?
Actually, I think that they have multiple lower levels. I don't know that they have a limit on the number of sponsorships that they have per level.
So the comment is, will the video be ready by the October 14th? If it is, then I have no other issues.
If I may. So I know that we have various pieces of footage that could be, and they're old too, so let's be clear on that, right? But between the current skills of our EDC personnel, in addition to our marketing professional, there are some things that we can do. Now, to what degree of professionalism and crispness and all this, I'm not saying that this is going to be ready for name prime time at whatever, TV station. But what I'm saying is that we can work together between the EDC and the city to be able to put something of great value together in the timeline that is allotted, if that's the desire of the board.
Great.
I think that the video is important because it's branding for us. They might not necessarily remember everything within the video, but if we can put some of our current goals and some of our strategic plan in there, I think that's imperative, especially since we're trying to attract certain businesses to the city of Helotes. We're in front of the people that bring those customers here. So that's to me what the most important of all of this would be.
May I say one little thing? All of what you just said, perfect. I did want to share with the board that Councilman Burt Russell has offered to do some drone footage, video flyovers for us for the cost of an SD card. Apparently, he has access to drone photography equipment, and so it's just a matter of being on this, being in a place where we can get that accomplished. So I just wanted to give you that heads up. That's additional information that I hadn't shared with you previously. It's a conversation he and I had about 2 or 3 weeks ago.
That's wonderful.
Right. Support it. I know there's risk here, but no risk, no reward, right? To quote that old saying. And it's minimal risk. We're not talking about large amounts of money. As long as we have something, we're well represented, right? That we fill the four seats. I'll make myself available. It's hard for me to know. Sometimes things change at the last minute. I think everybody has schedules like that. I would really try to be committed to be one of those 4. So, anyways, yeah, I'll support.
Yeah, I mean, I think we can feel out I think approving with the idea that we're not necessarily pulling the trigger on an extra half table is fine for me. Like, I would want to see, I'd want to see 10, 12 people raise their hand and say, I'll be there, and kind of create a list, like with backups. I think we all kind of get that. So if you have, 10, 12 people who say they'll come, you could probably get 7 or 8 there. And so if that's the interest, and I say, that we could go with the additional half table. If it's looking like we only have 6 to 8 people who are like, yeah, I'm interested in going, and we stay with the silver package. But until we meet with city council, whoever said that, I think that's a good idea. I really think that's a good idea to go with them, or to offer it up to have representation by both bodies. Yeah, I'm fine with the potential cash outlay of $37.50. As long as we're just, we just feel out what kind of demand there might be to actually attend the events.
Any other discussion? Okay, all those in favor of doing the silver sponsorship along with an additional half table for a total of $37.50, if we can have enough people to fill the additional half table. Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it.
Thank you, sir. Thank you all.
All right. We're going to move on to number 12, discussion of possible action for submitting a letter of recommendation to the mayor
Oh,
for the,
number 9,
Did you skip 11?
did I skip 11?
skip 11.
I skipped 11, okay, sorry, 11. Discussion and possible actions to amend the economic development agreement with the city of Helotes dated 9/26 of '24.
Yes, sir. The city of Helotes and the Helotes EDC entered into an economic development agreement on September 26, 2024. The packet before you has a copy of that resolution from 2024. The agreement allows for marketing support of the Helotes EDC through the city's marketing and event specialist at a cost of $35,000 annually. The agreement renews automatically every fiscal year, and according to the agreement, amendments can be made prior to the beginning of the fiscal year. Amendments are recommended to the following paragraphs. Paragraph 2, services to be provided by the HEDC. The content change is highlighted in yellow, striking read any request to utilize Helotes EDC resources not outlined in this agreement, the city administrator, striking or city council shall, highlighting may request in writing to the Helotes EDC director for such assistance, period, striking which will be considered by the board of directors. Second change would be in paragraph 3, services to be provided by city. Paragraph G, any request to utilize city administrative resources not outlined in this agreement, the HEDC executive director may, striking shall, request in writing to the city administrator for such assistance, striking which shall be considered by the city council. These changes were, I coordinated with Henry on these proposed changes, and staff recommends approval.
Okay, so my understanding from these changes, since we talked with the city, then it's going to be, instead of it having to go through the council for these, it's going to be done through the city administrator.
Yes, sir. That is the recommendation. Literally letting the professionals take care of the work. Otherwise, even the discussion we just had with regard to the video, it would then need to be a request from this board to city council and then back to accept it. And by then, we'll be in October before any work starts.
Right. Or perfect. It makes sense to streamline the bureaucracy and remove some bureaucracy.
That is the intent, sir, is the city and the EDC, we have common interests in making things happen quickly as possible within the rules that we're bound by. So
Okay.
Sounds like alignment to me. I
it
love
is.
Austin?
Sounds great.
Great, I'm good.
Do we understand what $35,000 buys?
It's,
There is an outline in the
There is a,
it's in
Agreement.
this original one.
in the original.
It's on the original one. It's,
Should be in here.
Agreement.
The perfect world.
yeah, it does.
It does. Page 1 of 3 on Exhibit A outlines the services in paragraphs 2 and 3.
You got it. You just,
okay, thank you. Sorry, I just didn't remember what that was. I read it out.
But it is worth, I just want to call this out because I want to make sure.
Not
we're
to
on the
ask.
same
If
page.
I don't know, I ask.
at one time, it used to be 50.
Okay.
But $35,000, I just want to make sure this is recorded and we're all on the same, I'm on the same page with everybody else, is a better way to phrase that. So this $35,000 that EDC has an arrangement with this marketing agreement with the city pays for Marketplace, so the first Saturday, the annual Carnival Parade, July fireworks show, Christmas parade, I mean, we're, just to be clear, the EDC is paying for that, the totality of that?
Oh, no.
This
that's
does the
part-
staff.
We're contributing, and there's advertising with EDC stuff there, and EDC gets credit for helping to sponsor it to a certain extent. No, the city,
A single event, the $35,000 would not cover the whole, the totality of a single large event, like a parade, like a fireworks show. Like, I can spend $35,000 on just small parts related to one of those. But what we cover and what we do is we make sure that we are advertising the sponsorship of the EDC in those events. So EDC, sponsored by Helotes EDC, is very visible at each one of these events. In addition to, we build your float. We decorate it, we do all those things, and we have not been, so to speak, itemizing every portion of time, every portion of material, all those kind of things. And if that's the request, I'm pretty sure you will discover that the dollars are not matched up in the city's favor.
Just want to get on the same page.
So I wanted to point out, section 3F, recognize the HEDC as a sponsor by including the Lotus logo on printed banners and tagging the Visit Helotes account and online social media posts for the events listed in this section. It was only this year that the EDC had its own social media account, Helotes EDC. And obviously had an EDC logo. So is there a reason to not use the EDC logo in these materials, or does this need to be amended as well?
I think that's a reasonable suggestion. It was an oversight on my part.
Oh,
I
okay.
did not catch that, but I agree with the recommendation.
Okay.
Yes,
Because the Visit Helotes was used for the EDC, but now that we have Helotes EDC,
Yes, you can.
Social media, I
There
would-
are, the city handles the Visit Helotes social media account, but the Helotes EDC has also created its own EDC Facebook and LinkedIn profiles. And so I think adding language referencing the EDC's social media is appropriate. I would not want to assign all of that responsibility from I would like to continue to maintain the level of responsibility for
Yeah.
the.
We do. F is just saying here that they will put the logo on there.
yeah.
So
when
you
the-
would,
When the city does a social media post for market dates,
Yes,
the Visit Helotes logo is on the post. What I'm suggesting is the Helotes EDC logo,
okay,
I think would be more appropriate as far as branding for the
Branding.
EDC. I would ask that the Helotes EDC logo be on any printed materials or social media posts or
that,
anything.
for
that-
those events.
Yeah, printed or electronic,
anything that we're contributing money to,
should have
Okay,
the
I got it.
EDC logo, not the Visit Helotes logo.
so basically you would take F and scratch out, including instead of Visit Helotes logo, it would be the Helotes EDC logo on printed banners and tagging the Helotes EDC account in online social media.
Yes.
Just replacing in F where it says Visit Helotes with Helotes EDC.
Yes.
Henry, do you see any issues with that?
No issues, thank you.
Greg?
I think that we've covered it. I don't have anything to add to it.
Same, that's super smart, it's a great catch.
job.
Yeah, especially now that the account has more followers and he gets a lot of engagement and branding, so we might as well have our logo on it, so, yeah.
Do we have a motion to accept as presented, but with the changes of EDC instead of Visit Helotes.
So moved.
One second, though.
Okay, so Greg and Craig. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Looks like the ayes have it. So, all right. Now we can move on to 12. I was just trying to get ahead of it there. Discussion and possible action on submitting a letter of recommendation to the mayor for reappointment of Greg Hayden, Austin Lane, and Ellen Shoemaker to the Helotes Economic Development Corporation in accordance with the EDC bylaws, Article 2, Section 2.1D. So my understanding is that the way the current bylaws are, the mayor is the one that makes the recommendations to the city council. We're basically sending them a letter to the mayor saying that Greg, Austin, and Ellen are willing to stay in their positions and would like to stay on the EDC. That is correct.
Yes, sir.
Ellen, you still want to stay on?
I do.
Greg?
Yes, sir.
Austin? Okay, so I don't think, do we need to do a
Should
motion?
be too easy. I'll make a motion to approve sending that letter with those three names on it.
Okay, do we have a second?
I'll second.
Yes, Henry?
Just so, as a point of discussion, if there are any applications that have come in, I just want to make sure that those are also properly presented for evaluation and review. Because I wouldn't want anyone that is going through the application process to not even get a look.
Okay. Do we have any current applications? When was the last one submitted?
I think I received one in January, sir.
In January?
In January. I have not spoken to that person in some months, but I'm not aware of any applications that have come in since that time. I regret that I have not spoken to him at this time.
And I think it could be remedied by just simply providing that to the nominating entity for consideration alongside of. I just don't, when things come in, I just want to make sure that they get a look.
Perfect.
It's appropriate. Thank you for that catch, Henry.
Yeah, we can submit that as well as our letter to them with the people wanting to stay on. So, any other discussion on this motion?
So the motion is
To present the letter?
present the letter with the additional person that has submitted their name, right? So there really should be a letter.
Letter and an application.
Okay, a letter and an application. So that's my motion.
Okay. Second, still good with that?
So
You were the second with that.
before we do that, but we aren't recommending this person that applied in January, right? Because we don't know this, whoever it is. So we are submitting a letter of recommendation to keep these three.
So what's complicated is we're still waiting for the bylaws to be implemented.
Okay.
Which would have been, I believe that's what we're waiting for. Has to go back to council one last time, but it's going to be joint nomination. The mayor will have a nomination, and then EDC will have a nomination.
Right.
So I think what we were trying to do was kind of say, hey, we'll submit both now because we're in limbo. But the way things were written now, the mayor will make the nomination decision that goes to council.
At this time. We're sending a letter to the mayor saying that these are the three that we support.
Got it.
Because we're going
Plus
to.
there is this other that we have received an application.
Yes.
Okay, I'm okay with that. Thank you.
Okay. So we will be voting on this. I'm going to ask the three people to abstain. Unless you don't want to vote for yourself, but, so we'll have, let's do a roll call on this one real quick then, since we're only going to have three. Sabrina?
Well, do we still?
Who's abstaining first?
Oh, Ellen, Greg, and Austin
Abstain.
are abstaining
Okay,
themselves.
all together.
Do we,
So y'all, before y'all will vote. Three,
Unless there's a tie.
unless there's a tie.
Okay. Name Sabrina McGowan? Aye.
Matt Granneman, aye.
Craig Sanders, aye.
The ayes have it.
So that's 3 ayes,
3 ayes, 3 abstain.
4 abstain.
Well, 4 abstain, because I don't vote unless a case of a tie.
There's technically a tie. No, wait.
No, 3 is not a tie. 3 to 0 is not a tie.
It's three majority, I guess. 3-0.
Do you need, is there?
But 3 is not a quorum, 4 is a quorum.
Yeah, 4 is
you want?
quorum.
So I'm here, but I am abstaining myself then.
All right, your vote's not required. That's right.
I think that he does vote, just so we have a fourth voice.
Just vote.
Or, or can we vote on each
Candidate?
board member at a time? That way only one
Oh, there
person
you
is
go.
abstaining.
Okay, that'll work.
Okay?
Yes.
You want to do that? We're going to rescind, redo that vote. We're going to rescind that vote.
Original motion or rescind their motion?
I rescind that motion.
Second, okay.
He's got a second.
Who's the seconder on that?
I'll second.
Okay. Now, are you going to make a motion that we vote on each person individually?
I would like to make a motion that we vote on each person individually that's on that letter. So that would be Ellen, Austin, and Greg.
A second.
Scott seconds that one. All right, any discussion? Okay, so we will start on the end down there voting. We're going to vote on Ellen first. So you're going to abstain. Okay, Greg?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Aye.
Aye.
Okay, ayes have it. Motion passes for Ellen. Now, Greg, you're going to abstain. So Ellen?
Aye. Aye.
Aye. Aye.
Aye.
Ayes have it.
Regarding,
Greg.
this particular vote is regarding.
Is
Greg.
regarding Greg, so he is abstaining. Okay? The next one's going to be for Austin, so Austin will be abstaining for this one. So,
Aye.
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 Aye. Aye.
ayes have it. So, you guys are on the letter. Everybody voted for each of y'all except for one person.
I was hopeful.
You were hopeful. You're hoping they'd be no's. But, okay, now we're going to move into the next item, which is 13, closed session. Closed session is in accordance with the provisions of Chapter 551, Subchapter D, Texas Local Government Code for the following reasons. Section 551.087, deliberation regarding economic development negotiations, and Section 551.072, deliberations regarding real property. And we are going into closed session at 8:07. All right, so we're ready.
Yes, sir.
We are back from closed session. We're going to reconvene to open session at 9:10. 14, discuss and possible actions on the matters discussed in closed session. So, Craig, you had something to say? I know you're working on it.
Stand by. So so as far as motions go, I'd like to make a motion to approve the amendment to the Bandera Heights, Bandera Ranch project document. Is there a better way to refer to that?
I think that is sufficient to understand that you're looking to make a motion to
Approve the
approve
amendment.
as presented with an amendment as presented. Is that
And then
correct?
have that sent to city
And
council.
for it to be sent to city council.
Yeah, so I want to move to approve that amendment to the Bandera Heights, Bandera Ranch agreements, and then move forward on to city council, which is the normal process anyways.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Greg? Okay. No discussion. All those in favor?
Aye. Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Move on there. Now we are moving on to our staff reports.
Sir, just one moment.
Yes.
Moving backwards to deliberation regarding real property. Were you, it
Oh.
was a separate item?
That was a separate item on that one? Yes. So for 14, there was the discussion on the real property. So do we have a motion for for what we discussed for deliberations on the real property?
I move that we accept the agreement as amended.
Okay.
A second?
Sabrina, second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it.
Okay.
That was
Thank you.
all for 14, correct?
Yes, that's it.
Perfect. We are going to move on to staff reports.
Okay. What is listed on the staff reports, I'll go through very quickly. The parking lot improvements at Helotes Fitness Park and Disc Golf Course are, the project has been scoped and expecting to begin to advertise. Actually, I want to say it's this week. Am I correct about that, Henry? I want to say that the last time I spoke to Corey with the Public Works Department, they were looking to begin advertising either this week or next week for bids to make the improvements to the parking lot. I will keep you updated on those improvements and that status. Installation of the signage for the Helotes Business and Visitors Center. We are still gathering some additional bids for installing the signage on the front of the building. We have 2 bids and hoping to receive a 3rd bid, and hopefully we'll have that installed before we meet again next month. Listening session with Old Town Helotes businesses on October 17th is a Saturday, is intended for the EDC is undertaking an agreement with the Center for Dialogue at UTSA. They're offering student facilitators to us to be able to have roundtable discussions with businesses in Old Town on subjects that matter the most to them in their businesses. And so I'll be providing you with more details about that in the coming weeks. The status of the plaque installation in Old Town, we do not have any further updates on that yet. We've begun to place the order for those plaques and would be installing them in the next month or so. With regard to Retail Live, that is a conference that I intend to attend in Austin, Texas on September 2nd. It is an all-day event intended to focus on regional retail concepts that are looking to expand. There are a lot of communities that go to Austin for this event. It's a one-day event, and I'm looking forward to it. I had mentioned an opportunity to go to Director Sanders, and he sounded very interested in going as a potential second to that contingent. Unfortunately, Henry was not able to join me, so I wanted to extend the invitation to Craig for that event. And it's,
I've already taken a day off from work.
great. So
Done.
we will partner together
You're the plus
on
one for that one.
that event. So, thank you, Craig. Appreciate you. We'll get you registered for that.
Opportunity.
This brings us to the board reports, so I wanted to give you all an opportunity to make any reports that you would like to make at this time.
Don't have any on my part.
I do have a question, or maybe we could add, or maybe just fits into another part of the agenda next meeting. I know you've been giving us verbal updates. Is it possible Endura or Public Works could actually come and give us a visual presentation on how they've mapped everything out, some kind of visual, so we could actually see that?
I certainly can make the request. I was going to tell you that I'm looking at an email, but certainly we can make that request. I'll tell
If we
you.
can, I think that would be helpful for the board. To see.
Henry, is that something that you could have them do? Public Works come give us a presentation on the layout of the parking lot and where they're at?
Or the contractor that we're paying.
We can work something out so that the clear understanding can be made.
It's just a couple slides, some quick overview, so we all can kind of see. We know they've mapped stuff out, but I just have forgotten what's it gonna all look like once we hire a contractor. If that makes sense. If it's a waste of everyone's time, we don't have to do it.
We'll evaluate the files and the documents that we have in or get so that we can bring clarity at the appropriate time.
Perfect, thank you.
Sounds good. You have anything? Brenda? Ellen, do you have anything?
Do not.
Okay, so nothing for board reports, future agenda items.
Just very simply, I'm working on releasing the CRE Brokerage Master Services Agreement RFQ so that we can enter into a master services agreement with brokerages so that we can incentivize them to bring businesses to Helotes. That's part of the arrangement that we agreed to move through in order to incentivize these commercial realtors, is to have a master services agreement with them. And so when we have those identified through the RFQ, then I'll bring those back to you for approval, and we can move forward in that. The EDC incentives program, Sabrina McGowan and I have been working steadily on getting some incentive programs hammered out. And so I want to say thank you to Sabrina for your time on that. We will, my plan is to bring those to you in September for your review and make any changes necessary. But my hope is to be able to have something ready to go in October so that we can move forward, positively for the better of the businesses. Hotel feasibility study, I still have to request some bids from a variety of places. I'm going to do my best to try to find additional hotel feasibility study entities and bring you back a recommendation. And then target industry study, that's something that we've talked about for the budget for next year. I've started kind of hammering out my own thoughts on what that will look like. And I'll bring that to you as well.
And then we do have you will be posting for a special meeting next week, correct?
That is correct, sir. Actually, it is already posted.
Posted?
Yes, sir.
As of today, correct?
As of
Yesterday or
yesterday,
What day did we decide?
Monday?
Monday, the 24th, will be a special called meeting.
That one should be pretty quick, right?
Yes, this next Monday, it should be very.
At 7?
The formality.
Yep.
Perfect.
And then we will, at the September meeting, we will look at, talk about October meeting due to the election being done in here.
Yes, sir.
And the special meeting is at 7? I haven't looked at the post.
7.
Yep.
Anybody have anything else? Okay, then we are going to adjourn at 9:21.
Thank you all.
Thank you.